Hello everyone, today we're going back in time and over the sea as we check out Victrix bag of Islamic Infantry and Archers. The bag contains 48 plastic figures. As always, the reverse of the card gives you the breakdown of the component parts and what they fit with what pieces. However, as is now becoming the standard with Victrix, they've also included a schematic, so you can more easily see what goes where and when. What I will say about this is it's not complete. If I bring in the bingo card again, you will see it actually says that the archer bodies B7 and B8 can also use spear, sword and shield arms. And bodies B1, 2, 3, 4 and 6 can use the archer arms, which aren't shown here in the schematic. So it's worth knowing that you actually have more options than is available here. That aside, let's take a look at the sprue. Okay, so here's our full sprue. As you can see, there are 8 bodies on the sprue, legs and torsos complete, and you get 6 of these sprues in the bag, giving you your 48. Option-wise then, we have at the top a variety of heads. There are a couple of heads that are specified for a specific body, however, the majority of heads are able to mix and match across all of the bodies. At the bottom of the sprue we have another selection. You can see some half heads that nestle into the hairline. There's also a groove in there to make lining them up much easier. We have, if I pop this further up, 6 shields in the center here. A goatskin or hide drum with baton, a trumpet, and then at the other end we have a 7th shield with a studded surface. There's also 4 quivers of arrows, even though each sprue makes 2 or more archers. If you want to have everybody with quivers, then half of your box, so 24 out of your 48 could be archers. There are sufficient arms to do that. The placement of the weaponry and arms is also quite good. There's less hunting around for individual parts. In most cases, a selection will be generally for one body, or you won't have to deviate too far away from that to find them, although everything is numbered and lettered, as you can see. So, a nice selection of parts. The shields themselves are mostly concave. There's only a couple that are flat, which means you've got quite a nice dish shape to them. And you'll just need to make a couple of contact points with the back of the fist or across the knuckles, as well as maybe an elbow, just to get a nice contact for them. So let's take a look at the built versions. Okay, so have our first couple of bodies in, and in every case I built 2 of the same body with a couple of different options on there, just so you can kind of see how they come across. Noticeable mold line around the bodies because they're a one-piece cast across torso and legs. However, they are plastic, so they'll clean up very quickly. Just break out the old wire wool to do that, or a wire brush. They are 28mm to eye level, and apart from that, builds are very straightforward. The most noticeable thing here, you can see I've popped a scabbard on this one. This gentleman, I normally leave shields off, but then somebody complained, so I put the shields on. Now you can't see what I'm saying. It actually has the 2 straps down for the scabbard to attach, and there are a couple of sword or scabbarded swords that do not have the leather straps going up to attach. So this one noticeably is to take a scabbarded sword. The other bodies are a little less restrictive in that if you don't put anything on, then you're not going to notice. So here we have another fine fellow. This has got the chainmail under his tunic. Here you can see one of the scabbards that actually has the straps going up to attach to the belt. It also had one of the individual parts going into the back of the helmet, so there's a little tassel or cloth, which is very small. And then this head is one of the two-piece heads, so the face went in there to give a longer hairline and more distinctive look without it looking sort of washed out or losing definition on the hair, becoming sort of soapy. We bring our musician in and his compadre. Went with the trumpet. Couldn't quite get the trumpet to touch the lips. Not a major issue. It may be possible if you push it back a bit further. All of the shield arms have got a flat strap to attach the shield to, as one of the sort of the bracing points on the back of the shield itself. So with those head builds, there's a couple that have a separate, I'm not sure what the scarf is called. So this piece is separate from the rear, and I found it easier to attach it first before putting the head on, because otherwise the turban part comes down very far, and you'll need to lift the head up off the neck again to get the actual part to sit in. So where you have those multiple build options for the heads or helmets, you may want to have them separate. Likewise with our standard bearer here, this head, or these pair of heads, are specified for this body. He has separate longer hair that sits under the helmet and the top of the hair. And then this one has that scarf coming all the way around the shoulders. You can actually glue that onto the body first and then glue the head on top of that, because the neck is still easily accessible. The last body for the sort of warriors armed with melee weapons is bare torsoed. What they've done is, quite nicely, this hand actually starts just at the strap for the shield, which masks the join there. And then on the other side, you can see it's shiny. The join is actually a V shape that goes around the muscle. So once that's on, the glue's sort of set. A quick buff with wire wool will make that indistinguishable from the rest of the plastic. So it masks the issue that you often have with naked or scantily clad warriors, in that you can see massive joins around arms and shoulders and that sort of thing. Then bringing in our bowmen. There's some nice options with the bowmen to have them firing, reloading, loosing, knocking the arrow. And these are 4 examples out of, I think, 8 different types. 7 different types of bow arm. So if you do choose to go for half of your force in the bag being equipped with bows, then you won't have a huge amount of repetition. So again, Victrix have done quite a lot of work in the options so that you can have a very diverse set of figures firing. Again, the quivers, all with the straps holding the quiver to the belt, allowing it to sort of hang down, which is a nice touch. So yeah, overall, a beautiful set of figures for the Islamic period from Victrix, which means people who are wanting to fight the Crusades have got plenty of options to do it now. So there we go, 48 of the finest Islamic soldiers for your historical gaming, perfect for the Crusades, a whole host of game systems, a wealth of options in there, and really diverse amount of head types as well, which is great to see, because when you're building up 48 miniatures at a time, you don't want to be repeating the same head too many times. It helps give it a bit more diversity in there, and also allows you to single out maybe your cheaper troops, some of the bowmen with less fancy headwear, upgrade your infantry to be more armoured, for example. But let me know what you think below. Until next time, bye-bye.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.